Good morning, friends and family of friends. Happy Thursday the 21st, everyone, and aloha from the beautiful Hawaii, the Aloha State. 2 more days of this island paradise in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, and then we will be headed home for the awesome Memorial Day weekend celebrations. It's quickly approaching us. Speaking of back home, today you should expect sunrise at 5:26 this morning and sunset at 8:18, giving us 14 hours and 52 minutes of glorious daylight to enjoy. Presently it's 50 degrees outside, give or take a little bit depending on exactly where you live. Today you can expect sunny skies with high temps expected to reach the low 70s, and winds will be out of the east-southeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. From our family of friends celebrating birthdays today, happy birthday Gina Granado, Zoma McKenzie, Virginia Bowes, Mike Soblek, Janelle Coops, and last but not least, a friend and our next door neighbor. Happy birthday Tanya Becker. Our celebrity birthday shout out starts with a young actor who became known for his leading role in the Disney Channel original series Bunked. He has also appeared in episodes of Shameless and Chicago PD. Kevin Quinn turns 23 today. Our next celebrity is a reality star best known for her appearances on VH1 reality show Basketball Wives of LA. She is the owner of Midway Salon and Suites and has been featured on a variety of television shows, including Access Hollywood and the Arsenio Hall Show. Goes back a few years. Brandy Maxell turns 37 today. And our last honored shout out is for a celebrity that was a household name when I was a kid growing up. He was born Lawrence Trudeau. He became known as a tough guy who coined the phrase "I pity the fool" as a star on the popular television series The A-Team. He played the role as a tough boxer Clubber Lang in Rocky III, as well as his work as a professional wrestler. After helping clean up efforts of the Hurricane Katrina disaster, he decided to stop wearing his famous gold jewelry. Most recently, his work has been on the reality show I Pity the Fool. Mr. T turned 68 today. Alright, on to this day in history. On today's date in 1881, Clara Barton and Adolphus Salmons founded the American National Red Cross to provide humanitarian aid to victims of war and natural disasters as part of the International Federation of Red Cross Societies. On today's date in 1945, the German Nazi leader Heinrich Himmler is captured by the British. He was a bad guy deeply connected to Hitler's hideous atrocities. Himmler was Adolf Hitler's second in command. He organized and led the SS, he headed the Gestapo, and was the German Interior Minister. Unfortunately, he managed to commit suicide just 2 days after his capture by biting down on a cyanide capsule. It's too bad because he could have sat behind bars for decades. Would have been alright. We'll call this next story Plucked Alive. On today's date in 1950, a tornado passes over a chicken coop in Linslad, England, causing a sudden drop in pressure so severe it plucked the feathers off the chickens. Although we cannot confirm no worse for wear, reports say the chickens did survive the ordeal. Here's another story that fits in the strange but true file. When on today's date in 1979, Dan White, who had gone to see Mayor George Moscone and Supervisor Harvey Milk to ask for his old job back, well, when they refused to give him his job back, he shot and killed them both. He was convicted of voluntary manslaughter rather than first-degree murder. After his defense lawyer argued his mental state at the time, the killings was one of diminished capacity due to depression caused by his consumption of sugary junk food. White's defense was labeled by the press as the Twinkie defense. Alright, on to our comedy corner. What did one hat say to the other? Stay here, I'm going on ahead. Today is National Strawberries and Cream Day, National Memo Day, National Wait Staff Day, and National Red Cross Founders Day. That's fitting. Today's morning motivational is a simple, undeniable truth. Every day may not be good, but there is something good in every day. So very true. We seldom get to choose what happens in our day-to-day life, but we get to choose how we react to every situation that pops up. So remember, you can always make lemonade when life hands you lemons. So true. All right, well, let's continue our virtual adventure in fun facts and awesome destinations that we found in the beautiful Aloha State. Firstly, something you should know so you don't offend the natives of this beautiful destination if you make it out here, or when you make it out here. It is considered rude to refuse to wear a lei flower necklace if someone offers it. A lei is often used in celebrations, and there are certain rules that are associated with it, starting with the fact that it is considered rude to refuse one or remove it in front of the person who gave it to you. Good thing to remember. A lei should not be unceremoniously thrown away when you're done with wearing it. Instead, out of respect for nature, the natural world around us, it should be returned to the land, preferably where the flowers were first gathered. This is a tradition in Hawaii that dates back many years, and its rules are still taken quite seriously by many of the natives. Knowledge is power, and you certainly don't want to get off on the wrong foot with your host. We found a neat little place called the Dole Plantation, and it holds a unique claim to fame as the world's largest pineapple maze. The Dole Plantation is on Oahu, and it has a pineapple maze that consists of 14,000 carefully crafted, colorful Hawaiian plants. And it's definitely a big attraction for tourists. This huge maze stretches over 3 acres and contains a mystery in the center. Additionally, there are 8 secret stations for those who are lucky and determined enough to discover them all. It is beautiful and represents hours of exploration fun. Definitely worth a stop out. And as an American, if you make the trip to Hawaii, it will not feel complete until you have visited Pearl Harbor and the USS Arizona Memorial. Pearl Harbor is a National Historic Landmark and active military base that earned its place in history for the 1941 attack, which killed 1,177 servicemen on the Arizona alone. This site is now home to several attractions that are part of the World War II Valor in the Pacific Monument, including the USS Arizona Memorial, which floats above the remains of the sunken ship, parts of which you can still see or they're protruding from the water. There's no cost for the tour of the memorial, however reservations are recommended due to its popularity. The Pearl Harbor Visitor Center has free admission and is the meeting place for tours, including transportation to the Pacific Aviation Museum on Ford Island, where visitors can see World War II aircraft and artifacts, as well as experience landing on an aircraft carrier in a flight simulator. Other attractions include the USS Oklahoma, USS Utah, and the battleship USS Missouri, whose deck can still be toured by visitors. Well, as usual, Blendon, I hope that you enjoyed today's adventure across the Aloha State. Tomorrow's our last day here, so we hope you can join us. We do appreciate the time that you spend with us each and every day. Our goal is to offer a mix of education and entertainment in each and every one of our Morning Minute posts. After all, you know it, knowledge is power, and we do love to share what we come across. We hope you are enjoying the experience. Please continue to like, follow, and share us with your friends and family, and that one is so important. Thank you again for your time. Make it an awesome day, and remember, you have the power. We'll talk to you soon.